Do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the RGM Experience podcast with me, Carl Maloney, that guy from RGM, bothering you again for another week here in the music industry podcast. And today, ladies and gentlemen, as always, we're always looking for stories within the music industry, and everybody's got their own individual story to tell. And we've got an interesting person on his hands again. It's only bloody Megan Wynn. Hi, mate.
Hello, thanks for having me on again.
Oh, thanks, mate. Well, we were just having a little chat before, weren't we? And the last time you were on this podcast, we had to talk about, how you started off in Wales and all that kind of stuff, and you just started to get into music. But that were a long time ago, many
years ago.
January 2022, episode 24, if you want to delve into the archives, ladies and gentlemen. But that just seems like another world ago when you look.
It does.
Especially when you look back at how much you've progressed and developed as an artist as well over the years, I suppose.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I think I was an acoustic act then still.
Yeah.
Which now I've got a band. So probably back in the day that.
Well, I'm gonna delve into the band and the dynamics of it all because I'm always fascinated to see how that goes. But I just wanted to start with a little bit of fun first of all. Last week we had Sam from the Lilacs on the podcast, mate. Okay. So I just basically asked him, I said, I've got Megan on next. Have you got a question for her? So don't worry, it's fine. So he said
I'm intrigued.
He was at Neighbourhood Festival. He were watching Lottery Winners.
Oh God, I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Tell the story.
Right, it was the most random thing in the world.
Okay.
So I was watching them side of the stage. I'd seen Tom before, and he said, "Oh, I'm gonna drag you on stage," and I said, "No, you're not." And Tom kind of does that. Like it jokes around, and I never know when he's being serious and when he's not, and I thought he was just joking. Anyway, so stood at the side of the stage with my friend Hannah, and next minute he's shouting me on stage, and I get dragged on stage, and I'm doing like their version of YMCA, and it was the most random thing in the world. I had a bottle of Prosecco in my hand.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it was very random, and I had to dance in front of thousands of people, and I can't dance. But it was interesting to say the least.
We were in the crowd, so we thought it'd just come up, so we thought, ask her, how did that happen, Megan? So you just got dragged. Tom just dragged you on, basically.
Yeah, it was like literally the most random thing in the world, and it was hilarious. And my friend Katie Owen was DJing, and she literally ran to the toilet for 2 minutes and came back, and she was like, "You were just on stage." And I was like, I don't know. Just as confused as you.
Well, we've had Katie on the podcast before. She's
I love her.
Another Welsh lass. What's the relationship like with you two these days?
She's one of my best friends. Yeah. So, I've known Katie for years. Went to Neighbourhood with her last weekend. Going to Capture the Bottom with her next week. Mm-hmm. So, it's like two little Welsh dragons.
I just see all the work that she's doing for Day Fever and that kind of stuff. We've covered Prince and John McClaw and the whole team, and just that big Day Fever phenomenon that's going around the country. That she's it just looks amazing.
It does. I'm yet to go to one, but I was in Cardiff last weekend, and they were doing the Day Fever at the same time as I was there, and I was going to go, but I went to see my dad instead. But gotta be done. But it looks amazing. Looks great fun.
Brilliant. So where are you based these days? Are you still in Manchester now?
Still in Manchester. Still here. Love it.
It's all right, isn't it, really? It's not a bad
I love it. Yeah, I love London as well. That's like maybe the next one for me. But I'll be in Manchester for at least another few years, I think. I love it. Can't beat Manx.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's go back a little bit. So the last time we had a chat with you at 2022, you were solo artist out there, doing your own thing, making your own tunes. Talk us through what the last few years have been like for you and developing in this fucking music industry.
I think I've actually changed like quite a lot as an artist since the last time we spoke. I was an acoustic act last time I seen you, but to be fair, my goal was always to be like a solo artist with a band, but it just wasn't right at the time, and I feel like I needed to kind of like get to know myself as an artist a bit more. And I think that came from playing acoustically for years, and I loved it. And I much prefer playing with a band now, though. It's much more lively, energetic, fun, get a better reaction out of the crowds and stuff as well. But yeah, I've just been like writing and playing loads of gigs, and since like 2023 I think I've been playing with a band. I've got a brand new band now though. I've changed the whole dynamic, and yeah, the lads in my new band are amazing, and I'm a three-piece now.
Let's find out all about them then. So what was the criteria for what criteria did they need to fulfill to join the band?
Oh, nothing against the other lads, by the way. They're still like my best friends.
Oh, sorry, so you've had a bit of change in personnel as well.
Yeah. So yeah, basically like the old band just like had full-time jobs and stuff, and just didn't have the time for it, which is fair enough. So yeah, got a brand new band. I'm now a three-piece, which is fun, which is what I kind of wanted to do in the first place. I've got no bass player anymore. But yeah, so I've got a guitarist called Brad, who's amazing and is just a legend, and a drummer called George, who's equally as amazing and is a legend, and then me as well. Obviously I play guitar and stuff as well, and yeah, it's fun. I think it's a much different dynamic live now, and I think the shows have kind of excelled a bit more because it's something different, you know. I feel like everyone's got a four-piece band, so it's something different that we can bring to the table, I guess, and I love it.
So what's it like being in a band with smelly boys then?
Awful. The van like just constantly smells of farts. No, they're the best, but yeah, I do feel like sometimes I'm like in the army or something.
Okay.
But I love it. It's great. I get all the gossip.
What do you mean by that in the army?
It's like, yeah, men just are different to women, I think.
We're stupid, aren't we?
Yeah. I'm only joking. I'm just a stupid. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's great fun. I've got nothing against them. They're actually very clean. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of bands aren't.
Well, so where did you find these people then? Are they session musicians or?
Yeah, they're session musicians. My management found them. I kind of knew George anyway, just because he's in a band called Oceanless, who are great. And I'd seen him like playing around Manchester and stuff. And then, yeah, we're all at the same uni as well, and like for some reason we just hadn't crossed paths. But my manager Dave knew him, so when I was like, I want a new band, I want to like refresh the live scene a bit. Yeah, he was like, let's try these, and they were perfect.
When you say refresh the live scene a bit, do you mean your own live stuff or just
just
industry up the arse or both?
A bit of both.
But yeah.
I think it's good to change things up a bit, especially as a solo artist. You know, like I'm never like confined to one thing live, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's not that drastic from what I was doing before with the other band, but yeah, I think it's more fun and it's different and it's more fresh, I think, now.
So what has it added to you personally, and how has it affected the writing process? As having these,
it's not changed anything with the writing process really, because I write by myself, so they just play for me live. But yeah, I'm going to the studio on Monday to start writing with a guy called Steve Crusansau, who did like Corey and Bailey Ray's like Girl Put Your Records On and stuff. So yeah, I'm still working with Alex Quinn, who I've written loads with over the years, and who's produced all my stuff. But yeah, I'm just like trying new things now at the minute, kind of thing, and seeing where that takes me, and still writing by myself and me in my own little mind.
I do see a lot of soloists that go down the route of trying to get a band, and they really struggle sometimes, you know, just trying to find like-minded people that are into the projects as much as what you are, and
100%,
and are committed to it as well, and can commit the time and the road and all the other things that go involved with it.
100%. It's really hard, to be fair, because, you know, a lot of people, it's different being a session musician to being in a band. And I think a lot of people kind of struggle with that, and because they want to be a part of like a band, and essentially I'm not a band. So but yeah, when you find people that are like wanting to be a session musician and you're willing to put the time into it and stuff, it's great, and my lads are great. I love them.
I see it. It's definitely working for you, and I see it with Harriet Rose. I've just seen how much
she's great.
She's developed as an artist as well, building a band around her and getting out there and just putting it to another level. It feels like you need to do that sometimes.
Yeah, I seen her at big in 2025 for this feeling in Manchester. She was really good. I've only ever seen her acoustic, and I think proper brought her up as with a band. She was really good.
Yeah, it makes so much of a difference, doesn't it? Particularly for a crowd as well, I think sometimes, because
Yeah,
acoustic's great, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't match a full live experience.
no, it doesn't. And I think as well, like especially for me, like my tracks have always been like full band,
Yeah.
lively music, and like I sometimes think, as much as people enjoy like the stripped back stuff, you know, like I personally myself would rather hear the track as a full band thing when I'm going to a gig. You know, you want that energy and you want what you hear on a record, but better, and you want to see that person like performing it, I guess. And you kind of can't really do that as much when you're acoustic, because you're restricted to just you and an acoustic guitar, and you know, and like my performances are quite like theatrical, and I can't really do that with an acoustic guitar, and because I'm stuck to the guitar. So
You'll play as well then with the
yeah, I still play, not every song, but yeah, I move around quite a lot, which I love.
Yeah, more freedom to
yeah, get to be
Megan
more of
out
a
there.
diva.
Oh, no, that's
Be
cool.
my sassy self.
Like, how did you like develop that side of the performance? And we're not having a guitar in front of you and having a bit more space because the stages are bigger now these days for you.
Yeah,
How do you feel it?
I think at first it was weird. Like I've always wanted to not be glued to my guitar the whole set. But yeah, it's kind of weird at first because you don't know what to do with your arms because you're so used to just playing guitar. So you kind of feel like your arms were like in the way, I guess. But it's just one of them things that you kind of like, it just comes with playing more gigs. And, you know, I feel like it doesn't matter how much you practice it in rehearsals, you know, you kind of have to find it for yourself, like actually on stage. And you have to kind of like feel the crowd as well. Like some crowds are really interactive and you can like, you know, go into the crowd and do that, all that kind of stuff. But other crowds are just like still great, but they're more reserved. And and it's just about kind of learning to work the crowd and not be dependent on the guitar, I guess, to perform.
It is funny, isn't it? Because when I did stand up many years ago, one tip that we're given straight away is, you know, work out what you're going to do with your hands, because my hands were just all over the place.
Yeah,
it can be a distraction to people. Just little things, like little tips like that.
Yeah, you don't realize like how annoying your arms are until you don't need to use them.
But you're not thinking about what your arms are doing, and then the video, and you're like, "What the fuck am I doing here?"
Literally, like I think all the first gigs I wasn't playing a guitar, I was like, I look like a dinosaur because I just don't know what to do with my arms. I was like. Oh, like you're like holding like the mic stand, and that just looks like really cheesy. And it's just one of them, I think. But as well, if you think about it too much, then it looks forced. So it's finding that balance of trying not to look like a dinosaur and trying not to look too staged.
Well, I was talking to Alex from Lathams about it, and he's developed so much as a frontman from.
Oh, he's amazing.
Being quite like reserved and not doing much to getting out there, standing on speakers and just having it at certain points, knowing when to do that. It's a new skill, that it's a new art to develop.
Yeah, it is. It's very much like, you know, you can't just do the same thing every gig. It's literally like what you're doing is dependent on the gig, like, and what the crowd, like what the response from the crowd is, and the venue as well, because every venue is different, you know. Like sometimes I'll play a stage where I can run around and I've still got room, and there's other stages where I can't even step to the left of me because I'll knock into my guitarist. So it's all about adapting and seeing where you can take it.
So the team's developing around you then. Management, you say you're proper got a manager now. How's that?
I do. I've got two. I'm managed by Dave from who manages the K's, and a guy called Danny Waring, who's great. But yeah, they're amazing, and they proper believe in the project and push for it as well, which is what's really important as an artist. You know, you have to have like the right people around you that believe in what you want to do, and it makes a difference, I think.
How's it work with two managers though?
They just split the work. It's great. Basically, if one's busy, the other does it. They work together, obviously. But yeah, they're both amazing, and no complaints. Love them.
So they're involved with booking your gigs and all that kind of stuff with you.
Yeah. We're trying to find an agent at the minute and trying to find the right one. That's really important.
Yeah.
There's so many like industry people out there that are amazing but might not be right for your project, and I think it's really important to find the right people. It's the same like with anything in music, like as an artist, you have to find the right band, the right manager, and everything that suits you, because like you might have like the most amazing manager in the world, but if it's not right for your project, then it just ultimately won't work. And it's just,
how do you know when it is right for your project then?
I think you just can sense the vibe, and you have to give everything a go, I think. And
have you got to go out and have a drink with them and not?
Oh yeah, they were like friends. Like we're good friends. I've known them for years before they even managed me. So I think I've known Dave since I was like 16 or something.
Okay.
And I've known Danny for years as well, and just good friends as well. And I think that's important because I can just be honest with them.
Nice. Okay. When were the last time you were honest with them? I'm a nosy bastard.
Every day.
Give us an example.
I don't know. Just I think if my mouth doesn't say it, my face does. So
okay.
Yeah. If I don't like something, I'm like, ooh. But
are they pushing you? How are they pushing you? I was going to presume that they're pushing you, but
in every aspect, to be fair, just like making sure I'm on the right track with things and making sure everything that's happening is things I want to be doing, and just kind of keeping me on track with the right direction. Because I think, you can get offered a lot of stuff and stuff that just might not go with what you want to do at all and stuff. And I think it's easy to say yes to too much things as well and kind of burn yourself out, which I've definitely done in the past. But they're just great, and make me work hard.
Is it kind of more like slowing down a little bit, and like you mentioned it yourself a little bit there before saying yes straight away, proper thinking about what am I going to get from this? What's the
definitely.
A bit more selfish in a way, really. But
I think like I've done it in the past where I've played like 5 gigs in a week and probably played to like a room of no one for the majority of them. And it's just kind of realizing that you don't need to be spending all this money to go into gigs and stuff, and but ultimately like get not much back from it. And that's not me being like snobby or anything. I'd love to play every gig. I would, but I think as well, it's not cheap to play gigs, and you kind of have to think about that as an artist. And just kind of it's also like not burn yourself out, because if you're playing too much gigs, it kind of gets to a point where they all blend into one and it's like a mush in your head. But just
working smarter, not harder then, basically.
Exactly. Prioritizing stuff over other things. And I think that's normal in life, I guess.
I was really pleased that we had your latest single on RGM recently, and I'm just
thanks.
So we mentioned Megan's evolution from another indie rock kid to serious mainstream pop notability picks up pace at a staggering rate. I just want a little quote out of it, because I'm personally proud of you, and I'm always keeping an eye on what you're doing and that kind of stuff, just from seeing you when you were little to developing into this amazing artist now.
Thanks.
What's it feel like to be Megan Wynne at the minute? And and 2 questions: and where do you feel you sit within the industry right now, mate?
Oh, I don't know about sitting in the industry. I kind of try not to think about it too much.
Fair enough.
I think I'm really proud of the artist I am now, and I'm exactly who I want to be. I think my life shows are exactly what I want them to be, and my music is, and I think that only develops with age and time. And I'm not saying that I'll be doing exactly this sound for the next 5 years, because I probably won't, and that's normal to develop from it as an artist. I think Arctic Monkeys, prime example. Your inspirations change as you get older and life and stuff. So but I'm really proud of everything we're doing at the minute and the direction things are going in, and great to see that people are enjoying it like loads as well. And
so you don't stress yourself out about, I was speaking to Andrew Cushion recently on the podcast. I'm name dropping a bit today. I'll need to pack that in. But we were just talking. I asked him a similar kind of question. Where do you feel you are in the industry? And he he's quite chilled out about it. He tends to not think about it too much because you can drive yourself mad worrying more.
Yeah, you can. 100%. It's like, and just comparing yourself to other artists as well. And, you know, like everyone comes from different backgrounds. And like, you know, you just can't. Otherwise, you'll just, I think it takes the focus away from doing what you're actually doing if you focus on that too much. And you just need to focus on yourself a bit, I think. And then it kind of works out when you stop stressing about stuff.
You develop yourself, you know, you're working smarter, not harder. Have you started to see the benefits of making those decisions now as well?
100%. Yeah, I think, you know, you're not burnt out all the time. And if you, well, I mean, it's the same with anything. Like, you know, if you just focus on what you want to do and ultimately you enjoy it, like people will see that and will enjoy it as well. And yeah, definitely seen like the benefits from it. And I can't complain. I'm glad people are enjoying it as much as I am.
Well, even like the visuals on Hold Me, your new single, you know, the cover of it and that kind of stuff, it just looks so, everything just looks a step up.
Thanks.
it just looks, it's like you're one of them, like, you know, you can just see you in HMV, you know, on a record and stuff.
I'll take that. Thanks. One day.
Is that a focus as well? The imagery, everything about the brand, Megan Wynne, is
100%.
that the plan?
Yeah, 100%. I think you have to as an artist, especially these days, you know, like with like everything is all about visuals these days. And, you know, you've got TikTok and like social media and everything is massive now. And, you know, you can't just be an artist that makes music now. You know, you have to be a brand and a person.
Concept creator. You have to be a
concept creator. You have to be like someone that people enjoy not looking at, but, you know, people have to be like visually pleased these days. So 100%. And I'm just being myself, I guess. So just trying to
because we interview we do a lot of like written interviews with just like loads of bands all over the world, and I asked the question about how they feel about being a media creator as well, and a lot of people don't like that side of it, but they know it's a necessary evil just to use these TikTok things. People just see people blowing up on TikTok and think, you know, I've got to give that a go. Really, I'm daft not to.
100%. I mean, I enjoy it. Like, I think it's fun. It's just like another thing to be creative at. But sometimes I think it can feel like a bit of a chore when you have to do it and you can't be bothered. But yeah, I mean, it'll be stupid not to. I guess you know, you don't have to spend like loads of money on like a PR person anymore because you can do it yourself on social media, and ultimately it's more effective. Can be. Not saying that PR people aren't as effective as social media, because they are. But you know, you just like, especially for like smaller bands and stuff that don't have the budget for it, it's great, and it'd be stupid not to use it. So and you can reach anyone in the world on social media. So
it's like people buy into a project sometimes not even about the music, just if they like the person, or if they find them funny as well, or if they've got like a niche interest that they're interested in, that as well as music, they like learning about people and knowing a bit
100%.
more than just an artist saying, I've got a single out, buy it.
Yeah, 100%. I think
people are a bit more to being flogged at that way, aren't they?
Yeah, I think people just enjoy like that personal connection more that they have with artists now because of social media. And it's great. Like, you know, people are more likely to listen to your music as well if they know you as a person and know like you. And it's just that I like having that, you know, personal thing. Like, I love like when people come up to me in gigs and like, oh, seen that like you did this on the weekend and stuff, like, oh, I love doing that as well. And just like, you know, it's having that different connection with people that isn't just solely based on like a transactional thing. I think it's great.
What do you like doing away from music?
Not much, to be honest. I like fashion. Shopping.
You design stuff? Have you made...
I used to actually like make my own clothes a lot, but I just don't have the time for it anymore, or the effort, to be honest. It's a lot of stress. But love shopping. And
so nothing just to keep your mind off all the, you know, just.
I mean, I like to go to the gym and stuff, but
right.
Well, that's it.
I'm really busy with a full-time job and doing RGM for all the hours after work and stuff. And just to get an hour away, like I tend to go to the gym most mornings. I know I don't look like it, but I do.
Yeah.
But you know, just to get away from it all.
Oh yeah,
And
it's
just
like the
just to being out of your own head and just doing something else is nice, isn't it?
yeah, focusing
mental
on
health.
something else. Yeah, it's like a Zen thing. It's like no one wants to go, but when you're there, it's fine.
Yeah. Every time
Yeah,
it's just like, oh, shall I sack it off? But you're always glad that you went when you went, aren't you?
100%. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Well,
Not when there's sweaty
wanna
people
ask-
around me, though.
what's that?
Not when there's sweaty people around me, though.
Is that happened a lot?
Too many times. I feel like every time I'm on a treadmill, like every time, for some reason, I'll be on a treadmill and there's like loads free, and I'll have the sweatiest person come up to me right on the treadmill next to me. I'm like, there's loads. I don't want to smell your sweat.
That's no good.
Go away somewhere else.
And they've only just started on treadmill as well, and they already stink. Just get out.
Yeah, exactly. Fair enough if there's like no treadmills free, but yeah. Or when like you're walking on a treadmill,
Yeah.
and then the person next to you starts running. I hate that because then you feel like you're slacking. I hate it.
Or when there's people dropping weights really heavily.
Oh,
A lot of
yeah.
backlinks.
And it makes like a massive clunk noise.
Yeah.
Oh, it stresses me out.
I don't know.
Oh, do you know what I had the other day actually at the gym that really annoyed me, and I actually left because it annoyed me that much? There was like I was at the gym, had my headphones in full blast, and then there was like a spin class in the gym.
Nice.
And then the guy is on the microphone, like the loudest I've ever heard anyone scream down a microphone. And it was so loud to the point I was like, I can't even hear my music now, and I don't want to be here because he was like, "Woo, let's go!" And I was like, "Oh, I'm
Yeah,
over it."
I can't do with that fake enthusiasm.
No, I can't.
There's no
My-
place for
Yeah,
it.
no,
Get out. Okay. Well, I enjoyed that. One little random moan there.
yeah. My gym rants.
I did want to ask you as well, because over the last few years there has been a big focus on particularly the male female divide on festival stages, and it feels like it's getting better. I don't know. I wanted to ask from the opinion of a woman in the industry, really, how do you feel that is progressing within the music industry, women getting more chances and being more represented at things like festivals and that kind of stuff? How do you see it developing as a woman?
Yeah, I think it's definitely getting there, but I think we are still like a long way off. And yeah, it's one of them things. I think that if you kind of think too much about it, it kind of like really annoys you a bit.
Yeah.
But I think it is like I think definitely like the festivals I'm doing this summer, there is a lot of more female representation. It's still not equal, which people will argue, oh, there's not as much women in music, but there is. But yeah, I think it's getting there, and I think people are having more conversations about it, which is the most important thing. I think I think it's easy enough for people to go, oh, we'll book that person on because she's a female, or but I think what needs to change is that people will a lot of the time book like an artist that is like a female artist that is bigger than some of the male bands that's playing, but they'll be like much lower on the bill, and it's
Right.
Yeah, I see that a lot. But
Like who?
yeah, oh, it's happened loads. It's happened to like me, but it's happened to literally every female I know in music.
Wow.
I mean, it's one of them things that you kind of it happens a lot, and I guess all we can do is talk about it. And
it does bother me because sometimes when like I can remember I put a Tramlines lineup out, and there was just one lady in it in the band, not like a lead singer or anything like that. Not that that matters really.
Yeah,
you soon know about it these days, and you think, oh bollocks, I've dropped a bollock there. I just didn't think about it.
Yeah.
And then next year, there's always I think it's 40% this year at Tramlines females on it,
which is great. Yeah,
you just as a promoter, when you put gigs on, you're kind of forced to think about it more these days.
Yeah, and I think that's
you
good.
don't do it for bad reasons. Sometimes you just don't think because I'm a bloke sometimes.
Yeah, I think I mean, I'm not going to name the band because I don't think that's very fair, but there was a band recently that did like a massive tour, and they had like, I think like 15 band, well, but like over 10 bands supporting them on different dates, and literally not one.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting a phone call.
Yeah.
Oh, am I back on?
You've gone other way. Oh, you're back.
There we go. Sorry.
I think I know what you mean as well. I think I've seen the poster.
Yeah, and yeah, there was like not one female, I don't think. I think one there was a session musician that was a female in one of the bands, but like there was not one female band there, and I just think like that is just mad to me. And what like was even worse was there was a female band that retweeted it on Twitter or X, whatever, and the band just kind of I think they like deleted the comments, or I think they replied to it being like, "Oh, no females," and they deleted the comments, and it was a bit like, "Oh." But yeah, I mean, it's just stuff like that, and you don't see it happen as much anymore, but it very much still does happen, and yeah, it's annoying, and it's.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of the time it is a deliberate dig at women, but it can feel like that, and especially when it's happening a lot.
That's kind of why I wanted to hear it from your point of view as a woman in the industry, really, because you can be blindsided. You can, with all the best intentions, just put the line upon, and then afterthoughts, particularly with me, because you're busy and stuff as well. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse, but
yeah, I get what you mean, though.
I do know that 80% of the team at RGM are all women, though.
I love that. Love that.
The majority of writers are all women. Helen, the live events manager for RGM, is women. So we're the 80% of the voices from RGM are from females in the industry talking about music, which I'm proud of.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing like more females working in music now as well. Like I'm seeing a lot of like female sound engineers and tour managers and stuff, which is just amazing. Like even with, like when I started out in music like a few years ago, like you just would never see that at all. But yeah, it's great.
Green shoot feels like it's getting better, but a long way to
Thank God. Oh yeah, 100%, basically. Yeah.
The new single's out, Megs. Tell us a little bit about the new single and Hold Me. Tell me about it.
It is. So I wrote it with my dear friend Alex Quinn, who I've worked with for years and love that guy. I always say he's like my therapist. I go in the studio with him and I'm like, I just trauma dump everything that's happened since the last seen him. But yeah, I think we wrote it start of last year or maybe the end of the year before. I was heartbroken. But yeah, it's just like a little breakup song really, and yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorite songs to play live, and yeah, it's great. I've been wanting to release it for ages, like ages, but like it just didn't feel like the right time, and yeah, just. Did
you release other singles before it, or just a specific single, or were you just holding off releasing?
Yeah, just holding off this one really. I've got loads of other songs I want to release, obviously, but yeah, I was literally like all throughout of last year, like being like, right, I want to release this one next, and yeah, it just didn't feel like the right time, and I feel like now did, and yeah, I'm glad that this was like the kind of first one back of like the new year kind of thing, and yeah, I love it.
Like trying to kick the industry up the arse, mate, because it's just it's a big tune, isn't it?
Thanks. Yeah, I think it's been more poppy than I've done before as well, and I not that I was scared because I love the song and I believe in it, but I think sometimes when you bring something out a bit more poppy and people are used to something a bit more guitar-y, people can you kind of expect backlash, but I've actually not had anyone say that they don't like the song, which is a first. So yeah, I really like it.
Who's telling you they don't like your songs?
Oh, loads of people. I go, well, you're all losers. I'm joking.
Not like just humans.
Oh yeah, just like random people on Twitter.
That's just
Twitter weirdos, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I've not had any backlash, which is a first. So
proud of it. The team behind you all proud of it.
Yeah, we all love it, and yeah, we've been playing it live like the past few gigs, and people have been singing it back. Like even before we released it, like people by the end of the song were singing the song back to us, and that's like all I want really is for people to be singing the words and having a good time. And yeah, everyone seems to love it, and I'm really excited now for the rest, like for the rest of summer now that it's out and that people know the words a bit more and can have a dance.
So what you got coming up then? Festival season's upon us.
I've got
What's it look like for our Megs in the next couple of months?
very busy actually. I've got a festival. Is it Friday today?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a festival tomorrow in Stockton called Monroe. We're headlining the second stage, which should be fun. I played it a few years back, and yeah, it's just I love playing in Stockton. It's like always.
Is it that one or is it a different one?
No, it's called Monroe.
Oh, that's the name of the right. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I love playing in Stockton though. It's like it's literally always a great crowd. It's mad because it's such a small place, but there's like loads of music venues. And yeah, everyone seems to love music there. It's really good. And then we've got like Isla White next week or the week after. And then we've got the show with Alanis Morissette, which is scary.
I completely forgot that. I have to put it on my list. Tell us how this started, Megs. I'm fascinated.
Oh, it was the most random thing in the world. So my manager just messaged like the band group chat and was like, oh, is everyone free 2nd of July? I think that's when it is. For like a big gig in Cardiff. And I was like, oh yeah, let's do it. Thinking it would like be like something like 1,000, 2,000 capacity or whatever. Anyway, he wouldn't tell us what it was, which is weird because he always does. But I was Googling like who was playing in Cardiff that night because I was like, oh, who is it? And me and the band were like, oh, I wonder who it's going to be. And the only people that was playing in Cardiff that night is Duran Duran and Alanis. And I was like, oh, won't be one of them. Like, it's probably not announced yet. And then, so yeah, we were all free. We were like, yeah, great. All of us like sign our own conspiracy theories, guessing who it is. Dave not budging, telling us. And then I was just on the train, and he rings me and he's like, oh, yeah, that date in Cardiff is confirmed. And I was like, oh, great. Like, who is it? And he was like, Alanis Morissette. Well, it was meant to be at Cardiff Castle, and that's 20,000 people. And I was like, oh my God. And I must have looked like an absolute lunatic on the train because I like I literally started screaming. Like, I was like, oh my God, no way. Yeah, and it's like calling everyone like frantic, couldn't believe it. And it was like 9 a.m. as well, and everyone was looking at me like, shut up. But yeah, and then they announced it, and it said Blackware Fields, and I was like, oh my God, I think it's like 36 or 37,000.
Is that just like a big out? I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah. So it's like a massive field. I was in Cardiff last week, and I've never seen it before, to be fair. But yeah, we went, and I stood in the field, and I was like, oh, this is a bit big. But I'm excited.
It's possible then, one of those big, massive.
It's massive. Thing. Like, I wasn't really expecting it to be as big as it is, but it's huge. Which
Congratulations.
Thank you. It should be good. I'm really excited for it. And we've got like loads of rehearsals this week now for it. And yeah, the set is, I'm really excited to play this set. It's a set we're going to be playing all summer, really, I think. Unless I decide to change it last minute. Which I probably will.
Oh, wow. So it's all downhill from there then after that.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, then we've got just like a busy summer then, just playing like loads of festivals and hopefully then be going on tour end of the year.
Nice. What's your favorite thing about festival season?
I don't know. I love festival season. I think I love that you never know if people are going to turn up or not. No, I'm joking. That is like the absolute worst bit of festival season. But
generally, you do never know, do you?
No, and it's like, you could be playing in somewhere that you played loads and that you would sell a lot of tickets in. But if you're clashing with someone big, then
yeah, you've had it.
Yeah, you've had it. But no, I've never had like a really bad crowd at a festival, luckily. I
do see some bands that, like when I've been around festivals and stuff, and they get on and they're not playing to many people, but after 2 or 3 songs, it's rammed for them. Leave for them because you have got the power to drag these people in, haven't you?
100%. And I think it's that thing of you have to put like your worst song first because that's probably the song everyone's going to miss because another band is finishing still. My hand looked massive then on the camera. But yeah, so like you kind of have to, it's like a different, you have to think of it differently to a gig, I think, because you have to, and you also have to expect everyone to leave before your last song. So you can't save your best song to last like you usually would, because people will be going to another stage to watch another band. So yeah, it's the middle that's important. But yeah, I love festival season. I think it's a great time to catch up with loads of bands, and I always feel dead inspired leaving a festival because I've just seen like so many bands and so many performances of bands that maybe I wouldn't go see in like at a gig or something. Yeah, I love festival season. It's great.
And
free booze usually.
Okay, oh, nice. And there might be a tour after the festival season. You just teased that a little.
Hopefully, yeah. So we're just trying to work it out at the minute. But yeah, definitely some headline shows end of the year. I've not played any this year, which is
okay.
I miss it. Yeah, but definitely we'll be doing some
Does it feel like it's something that's bubbling?
Oh, 100%, yeah. I've got like loads of new music this year as well, so that'll be coming. And yeah, so I'm excited. I can't say too much. I'm annoyed. I'm always that person that wants to spill all the secrets, but I'm not allowed.
Megan Wynne, I'm really proud of you. I'm looking forward to
you.
see what comes next in the next year or two. It just sounds like you're going to have an amazing time. Enjoy those big stages. Remember what you're doing with your hands.
I will. Jazz hands.
And yeah, just wish you all the best, Megs.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me on again.
Thanks for joining us, pal. Thank you.
No, thank you.